welcome back to my channel. So it was requested, so today we're going to be making my homemade brownies. They are very easy and they're kind of like a deep dish. They're very deep and they're very condensed and they're just really good. So that's what we're going to get into. First you'll need, and since it is my homemade brownies, you need 3/4 cup of butter melted. You can do this all in one mixing bowl. So I have my butter heated, so I let it cool down. So that's basically 1.5 stick of butter. You can use margarine, vegetable butter, whatever. I use regular butter because it gives it a good sweet taste. So your butter's in there, and then you have 1.5 cup of sugar. And that's what you want to do. You want to pour that in there. You want to mix till it's fully incorporated. And so now you want to put your vanilla, which is 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla. And then you need 3 eggs. So that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna put 3 eggs in there. Now we mix. Now you're gonna need a spatula to scrape the sides of the bowl. So to get everything incorporated. And now we mix again. You just saw it went everywhere, but that's okay. That's okay, we're not professionals. So now you can put your flour, which is 3/4 cup of flour. And you put your baking powder, which is a 1/2 teaspoon. And then your 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And because it is flour and I don't want to spray it everywhere on me, I'm going to give it a little swoosh around before I put it in the mixer. You know what, guys? I used to make brownies, right? And I would actually mix it by hand. I would not use a blender. And it's because I heard it's better to do it without a blender. If you do 100 strokes to it, that is literally what I would do. 100 strokes. And my arm used to really hurt, but it was okay. Now I have a 1/2 cup of cocoa powder. You can use whatever brand you want. Right now I'm using Hershey because I don't have any of the, I guess I call it expensive brand. You can only get like 2 cups out of it, and it just makes your brownies taste really rich. But I sifted it, so. And cocoa powder really makes your stuff it just makes it's so dirty. Like it makes everything dirty. Like it makes your dishwater dirty, it makes your stuff dirty. So I love making brownies, but that's the downside. Like my rags get really dirty because of the brownies I make. Yeah, people know I love making brownies, especially for people. Oh my gosh, I told you it's going everywhere, and I really hope it don't get on my dress. Oh, it did. It is what it is, though. It's for the video. Now it's gonna be thick. I would be lying if I said it's not gonna be a thick paste. It's gonna be very thick because my recipe is a deep dish. So That's what it's gonna be. And you have to preheat your oven to 340. I should have said that at the beginning. But yeah, preheat it to 340. And what we're gonna do now is we're going to blend it, because we don't want that flour getting up in our face. So now everybody has their own little twist to brownies. You can put your own little twist, buttermilk, milk, anything. That's what I like to do. It gives it a good fluffy moist taste to your brownies. So I want to let it rest for a little bit while you scrape down the sides. It's an angle. It's this weird angle hurting my arm trying to get this angle on the camera. And I post the recipe in the description so you guys see. You can use, for the milk, I used, even when I was using box brownies, that's what got me into baking. I like to bake sweets, and I'm a sweet person. I'm not a candy person, but I'll take some sweets any day, like some Debbie snacks and all that. So what got me into that was the box brownies. That's all my mom would make. And then when I finally moved out, I started to make my own. I have a couple of recipes, cooking recipes, and baking recipes that I like to use. So let's mix one more time. To do that to get most of the stuff off of there. This is my favorite part. I usually leave it like that, but this is Super Bowl day. Why not? Why not spice it up? I usually make M&M brownies, but today we're just gonna make some chocolate chip deep dish brownies. So you can leave it plain or do this. It doesn't alter your cooking time at all, because since it's brownies, I'll do like just a couple of scoops. Okay. And then you mix them in. These are going I haven't made brownies in a while. So I was really glad when they requested it. It was like, oh, you know what? Make your brownies. So yeah, I haven't made brownies in a while. I haven't made a lot of sweets in a while. I've been so built up with school, since school came back on, trying to get my schedule, get back in the schedule, fit everything around my schedule. I just started cooking back up again. You guys ever want me to do some cooking tutorials, I can, of the dishes that I make, the dishes that I use from other people, or the dishes I make my own, and the dishes I just make up. I have a lot of those that I make up, but a lot of people like them. So once it's fully incorporated, all fully mixed and everything is just together, it should look like this. So now with your pan, you want it greased. I could use parchment paper, but I have, I'm not good with parchment paper. Let's just be honest. I can never get the right measurements, and I guess I'm OCD when it comes to some things. I'm not gonna say I'm fully OCD, but if it doesn't look right and doesn't fit perfectly, it irritates me. So I'm gonna leave it at that. So I put this in there, and you might be thinking, oh, that's too much for the pan. No, it's deep dish. It rises a little bit, but it don't rise that much. So this is literally all you need. So, and this is my favorite spatula. So you're just gonna plop it in there. And this is actually going to my sister's house. She loves these brownies. She literally do. I they were the first thing gone at Thanksgiving. And you would think like, oh, no, I made sweet potato pies and all that for Thanksgiving. And fun fact, when I was talking about my garden, I actually made sweet potato pies from my garden. I actually have some in my cupboard. My bishop and first lady taught me how to can them and store them. You can't really, I guess you can can sweet potatoes, but I've never tried them, and I don't think I've ever seen canned sweet potatoes besides the candy can ones that people usually get when they don't want to make a lot of stuff from scratch. But all my sweet potatoes I've made, even candy yams, I've made them from my sweet potatoes from the garden, and they turned out perfect. So scrape the bowl clean. Get your mix in there. It's gonna look like this. You're gonna have to spread it around. Like I said, this is a deep dish, easy brownie mix. I make these, usually when I make these, it's for my nephews, my sisters. They absolutely love these. I've even made caramel filled ones. Those tasted good. And the caramel I bought the caramel, but I made the drizzle homemade. So I just put a lot of stuff in the drizzle to make it to get it down to a liquid form. And I think I used like lemon extract or something like that. I could be wrong. I gotta go back and look at my recipe. So it's not gonna look smooth and perfect because it is a deep dish brownie, but once the heat hits it and it feels it, it's going to like smooth out, if you know what I'm saying. Like it's gonna smooth out. And to be honest, I like those little strokes in them because it makes it look really pretty. So like I said, I love sweets, so you won't really get it all off. I wish I could, but I'm not even gonna try. So I just hit it down, release some of the air bubbles. That will give it smooth enough, shaking it. And now you put it in your oven for 45 minutes. Like I said, it is a deep dish. The pan is, I don't want to lie to you guys. I think it's like 8x8, or it's a small pan. Small pan. Can't cook a cake with this unless you want to. Like a square 3-tier or 2-tier cake, you can. So you put it in your oven for 45 minutes. Center it in the middle. You want to pull it out when your toothpick comes clean or the edges start to get a little brown. There, we set our timer. Now we wait. Hi guys, so it just got out the oven. Well, it didn't just get out the oven, but I let it cool down for 10-15 minutes because once you go over that thing, it starts to get your brownies moist. So like I said, do the toothpick method, see if it comes out clean. Sometimes it doesn't have to come out clean because of how much heat it is going to continue to cook. So I pulled it out around 50 to 55 minutes, and as you can see, it's fully done. I coated it with powdered sugar. You can leave it plain if you like. It's your preference. You can cut it into 9 or you can cut it into 12. 12 is like you stretching it, letting it go, letting you have more. That's good. So I thank you guys for watching this video. Comment down below what you would like to see next, whether it's another baking video, another cooking video. I don't mind. It's all under the unknown at this point. So like, share, subscribe. Hopefully you guys come back to this channel. Hopefully you like this recipe. I'll be putting the recipe in the description box so you guys can see. So you guys have a blessed day and have a happy Super Bowl Sunday. Thank you.